Today we're going to talk about inverse linear functions. Excuse me. An inverse relation is a set of ordered pairs obtained by exchanging the x coordinates with the y coordinates. So if we want to find the inverse of a relation, we switch the x and y coordinates. So if I have f of x and I have 5, 3 as a point, then the inverse would be 3, 5. So there's just an example there of what they did. So you have your function a, you find the inverse b, so you just switch the x and the y. So basically that's what we're going to do here. Find the inverse. So the inverse is going to be switch x and y, so negative 10, 4, switch negative 19, 7, switch 17, negative 5, switch 11, negative 3. So that's what we get for our inverse for the first one. And then the same thing for the second one. So negative 13, negative 4, negative 8.5, negative 1, 0.55, and 6.59. And that would be the inverse for that function. So that's all you have to do is you just have to switch x and y. Pretty simple for that. Now, when you're graphing the inverse, what you want to do here is you want to pick some points on the line. I pick like 3 or 4, so I'm going to pick that point, and there. And I like, the nice points, obviously, if I can. So there, 4 points is good. Okay, so the first step 1, pick points on the line. So I chose point negative 1, 4, whoops, negative 1, 4, and 0, 2 I chose, 1, 0, and what is that one, 2, negative 2. Okay, so then step 2 would be to switch x and y. So now I have 4, negative 1, 2, 0, 0, 1, and negative 2, 2. And then step 3, graph new points. So then I take 4, negative 1, use a different color here. 4, negative 1 is right in there. 2, 0, 0, 1, negative 2, 2. Take your straight edge, your ruler, and connect. Yep, not good. Try that again here. And connect. And the red line is your inverse. So that would be your inverse. Now notice I used f negative 1 of x. So that is important here because that is what we use to denote our inverse of a function. So remember, normally y equals mx plus b is typically how we'll write things. But you'll also notice that it could be written as f of x equals mx plus b. So basically this f of x and this y are interchangeable. And then if we're finding the inverse, I'm going to show you how to do that. And then the inverse, if we want to say, hey, we're talking about the inverse now, we would use that f negative 1 of x. And you'll see that I have 2 examples that we're going to do next. So, basically I'm going to show you this step by step, and then hopefully that will help. I do know that students do struggle with this from time to time, but if you follow these steps, you should be okay. So the first step, step 1, is replace f of x with y. So then I get y equals 4x minus 8. Step 2, replace y, not replace. I don't want to use replace. I want to use the word switch, switch x and y, because now we're going to find the inverse. So x equals 4y minus 8. That's all I do is I just switch the x with the y. So wherever x was, put a y. Wherever y was, put an x. Step 3, solve for y. So we have x equals 4y minus 8. So I'm going to solve for y now. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. I get x plus 8 equals 4y. I'm going to divide everything by 4. And just because I like my y on the left-hand side, that's just me, I'm going to rewrite this as y equals 1/4 x, because x over 4 is the same as 1/4 x, plus 2, because 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then the last step, step 4, would be to switch or replace y with the inverse, f negative 1 of x. So our final answer would be f negative 1 of x, so that means inverse. The inverse is 1/4 x plus 2. So if you could follow those 4 easy steps, this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's go back and do the next one. So I'm going to go through it step by step again. So step 1, replace f of x with y. So y equals 4 minus 2x all over 8. Step 2, switch x and y. So now I have x equals 4 minus 2y over 8. Step 3, solve for y. So x equals 4 minus 2y over 8. So now I'm going to solve for y. So I got to get rid of the 8 first. We're going to multiply both sides by 8. So now I have 8x equals 4 minus 2y. Okay, and then, whoops, I went too far, sorry about that. So now I want to subtract 4 from both sides to get y by itself. So 8x minus 4 equals negative 2y. Now I have to divide everything by negative 2. And again, I like my y on the left. That's just me. So then I say y equals, because negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1, so y. 8 divided by negative 2 would leave me with negative 4x. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 would be positive 2. And then the last step, 4, replace y with the inverse. So f negative 1 of x, so the inverse of x, is equal to negative 4x plus 2. So if you can follow those 4 steps, this shouldn't be a problem.